Hey everybody, this is your co-host Josh here from the FilmBros podcast. Just to let you know that again, sorry for the technical difficulties. We are trying to fix everything, but we still want to push out our product because we do have good conversations. And while it may be a little hard to hear, you can still kind of understand everything. We are still doing our best. Just please bear with us. Enjoy the podcast, and I will talk to you guys later.
What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the FilmBros podcast. I'm your host, JP. This is my co-host, Josh.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back. We're here to talk about the new stuff that came in today. Actually came in the past couple days. We're going to go ahead and break down, talk about the various things that has actually happened, and a lot of things have actually happened. So before we get started and jump right into it, Josh, please let them know where they could talk to us, chat with us if they have any ideas for movie reviews or anything like that. Let them know where they can talk to us.
If you want to hit us up at any time, Twitter and TikTok at FilmBros Podcast. If you want to listen to our other episodes while you're out and about, we are still on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at FilmBros Podcast. If you want to support us in a big way, Zippy Stream. You can find us at FilmBros Podcast. All it takes is a name and email. You can sign up. You get all our episodes unfiltered and in their entirety from 0 all the way to, I think we're at 48 now. Almost to 50. That's cool.
Yeah, we're almost there. There.
I think this episode might be 50.
This episode might be 50.
Yeah.
Well, we're not 100% sure, but I like to be like, you know what?
Okay. What'd you do? Did you just break your pen? You broke it?
I took the tip off.
Before we address that, again, at Zippy Stream, at FilmBros Podcast, if you want to sit and enjoy us for a good hour or so, we're also on YouTube, where you're probably seeing this video at FilmBros Podcast.
Yes, and with that being said, let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsor before we jump into the news. Today's episode is sponsored by Zippy Stream. If you are wondering how we make money to run our podcast, it's all because of this innovative platform. Here at FilmBros Podcast, we absolutely love using Zippy Stream. It's the easiest way to convert listeners into an email list, but best of all, they find us sponsorship so we can keep making money doing what we love.
Suppose you're also a podcaster thinking about starting one. Zippy Stream will help you find and manage a relationship with brands that are relevant to your audience. If you want to learn more, contact us as soon as possible. Everyone that signs up this month will get to claim £10 as a joining bonus, which is around $12 or something like that.
Just reach out to us by email or social media DMs, and I'll put you in touch with the guys at Zippy Stream right away. Now back to the pod. And that is Zippy Stream. Like my co-host said before, the sponsor, all it takes is an email and a name, get you right in, gives you our catalog, and yeah, it's a great way to support. So if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. With that being said, let's go ahead and start jumping right in. Josh, on our last episode, we talked about the Razzies, right? Yeah. We talked about the Razzies. We talked about the big things that are happening. But before we talk about the update on that one, I wanted to go ahead and knock out of the park first the Oscars. We got the full list, like I told you on the last episode, and you guys as well, if you guys have been listening. That the Razzies basically puts out their nomination list right before the Oscars, because it's basically like the little brother poking fun at the big brother. And now we officially have a list, so I thought we'd go down this list, see what were the biggest snubs, the biggest dubs, and what we expect from the Oscars. Yeah. Now, granted, the Oscars might not get a lot of viewership. I know the Oscars have been dropping in viewership. I know last year they got a little bit more, but that was because of the slap with Will Smith. So we'll have to keep a close eye on what happens this year. But So actor in a leading role. So the nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. Best actor in the leading role, to be honest, I've not seen anyone besides Elvis, and I do not think Austin Butler deserves it. I think he was a great, it is actor in the leading role. I think he did do a good Elvis. Now, the movie itself is in question, but I think him as an Elvis was pretty good, right?
Yeah, he did a good Elvis. After I haven't seen The Whale, but from what I have seen in like the trailers and stuff, it looks like Brendan Fraser gives a hell of a performance.
I heard that he kind of, I haven't seen it either, but I heard that he's kind of milking that shit. Like, it's probably that it's not as good as it was being made out. Like, it's good, but it's not as good. I don't know. We still got to see that one. And also another one that I did want to see was the Banshees of Inisherin too. I've been hearing Colin Farrell getting a lot of praise for this one. One thing that I wanted to ask now, seeing actually getting down to this part, I was hearing, and this is from Grace Randolph, everybody. So yes, I listened to her too. I like being informed. She says that Colin Farrell is basically like the anchor that weighs down the ship. That apparently that happened in Fantastic Beasts, the remakes that he makes. That he's been a prominent actor in the industry, but for some reason he never gets that recognition that he deserves. She even went as far as to say that the Batman probably would have made $1 billion if Colin Farrell wasn't in there as the Penguin. But in my opinion, I feel like the Penguin was like the shining light in the movie. So
one of the highlighting moments.
I personally don't agree. I love Colin Farrell. I do think that he is owed his flowers because he's done so much, and I've seen him in so many movies, and he's played every single role with passion. You know what I mean? And I think that deserves some kind of a recognition.
Yeah, I think she's tripping. There's no way. He's clearly a really good actor, and you know, a lot of actors don't get their props for movies. You know what I mean? How many movies did Leonardo work his ass off before winning an award? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that they fucked with him heavy, to be honest. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is a different thing. I think he finally got one though, right?
No, yeah, that's what I mean though. It took him how many movies before that, and then he didn't even get one. I think he should have got one for his role in what is it, Wolf of Wall Street, but he didn't.
Yeah, no.
He got it for that one movie with the bear or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, I know. I actually haven't seen that one either. I heard that one was really good too. I gotta watch that one. Moving on. Actor in a supporting role. We got Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin. Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway. Oh, wow. Jude Hirsch, The Fablemans. Barry Cohegan, The Banshees of Inisherin. Ki Hugh Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Ki Hugh Kwan is the husband in the movie. Supporting role.
Ki Hugh Kwan.
I give it to him because that's the movie that I've seen. I haven't seen The Fablemans. I haven't seen any of these other ones. Causeway. I would give it to Brian Tyree Henry, only because, and it's a totally different movie, but because of his limited performance in Bullet Train. That's the only reason why I would give it to him. But I gotta see that movie Causeway. I like him as an actor. I even liked him when because I believe he plays Miles' dad in Across the Spider-Verse too. So I think he does a great job. I like him. I would want him to win an award for sure. I think he's a talented actor. But Ki Hugh Kwan too, like he's pretty good too. Actress in a leading role. Nominees: Kate Blanchett Tar, Anna de Armas Blonde, Andrea Riseborough to Leslie, Michelle Williams, The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. In a perfect world, Michelle Yeoh would get that one. And only because it's a crazy. Now, a lot of people make their predictions on who's going to win based on the Academy, because only the Academy gets a vote. And a lot of people say a lot of older heads prevail there. Yeah. So a lot of people are thinking that Michelle Yeoh is going to get snubbed. Actually, a lot of people are thinking a lot of these actors are going to get snubbed. Like for actor in leading role, who I think should probably get it is maybe Austin Butler, but I think the person that they're probably going to give it to is either Paul Mescal or Colin Farrell. Yeah. For sure, right? Actor in supporting role, same thing. I wanted to be Brian Tyree Henry, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. I think they're probably going to give it to Barry Cohegan. Ki Hugh Kwan deserves it as well, but I think Barry Cohegan or Judd Hirsch for The Fablemans. I think one of those two are probably going to get it. Actress in a leading role, I want Michelle Yeoh to get it. But to be honest, I think Anna de Armas might. Yeah. I think people love them. They're Anna de Armas. Mm-hmm. And, but Michelle Yeoh gave a performance, bro.
So she deserves it. Michelle Yeoh deserves it. I hope she wins.
So do you agree? You think Anna de Armas is going to take it, but you would hope Michelle Yeoh? Okay.
She's probably going to get snubbed, yeah.
Actress in a supporting role. And Angela Bassett, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Hong Chow, The Whale. Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin. Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Stephanie Hsuo, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Damn, they're putting them against each other. In a perfect world, Stephanie Hsuo would get it. Or Angela Bassett. But I think they're giving it to Jamie Lee Curtis.
No.
And I think Jamie Lee Curtis did a phenomenal... So I wouldn't even be mad about it. I think she did a phenomenal job. I think she went out of her way from her typical roles that she does. You know what I mean? Scream Queen or the mom or something like that. And she played this totally different character. I think if Jamie Lee Curtis gets it, I would have predicted it, but I'm not mad about it. But I do think Stephanie should probably get it.
Stephanie should take it. And for me, I think
Angela Bassett?
Angela Bassett.
I think Angela Bassett too.
She should take it.
You know what? I'm going to take that back. I think Angela Bassett might, only because of Marvel, but at the same time, who knows if the Academy even likes superhero movies like that, right? I think Ryan Coogler got an Oscar for his first one. I think it was because of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Animated feature film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Marcel, The Shell with Shoes On. I haven't seen that one. I heard a lot of people talk about that one. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
The Del Toro Pinocchio is probably going to win that one.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I think it is.
You think so?
I don't think... The only one that I could see... I can't see the other ones taking it, other than maybe Puss in Boots, but I doubt they're going to give it to them.
I'm hearing a lot of good things from Puss in Boots, and I heard a lot of good things from Marcel and the Shell with Shoes On. I don't think Guillermo del Toro will get it. I think Marcel and the Shell, only because it was like really raved about. But then again, I can't just like pass the Disney wallet, you know what I'm saying? So it might get jacked by Turning Red. If I want to put my money on it, I say Puss in Boots. My money.
And I think Guillermo's Pinocchio.
Guillermo. Say it with me. Guillermo.
Euro.
Oh, God. Cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front. Bardo. False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. Elvis. Empire of Light. And Tar. I want to see All Quiet in the Western Front. I think that one's on Netflix. I heard it's pretty good.
Oh, I think I used it on Netflix. I might have seen it.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty good. I haven't seen the rest of them, so I couldn't really comment on this one. Besides Elvis's, but I don't think Elvis had great cinematography, to be honest. I don't think it was that like Oscar worthy, to be honest. Cinematography. Why isn't Avatar, Way of Water on here, and why isn't Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah, that's weird. They deserve to be up there.
Who's part Bardo False Chronicle of Handful of Truth? Like, yeah, they got robbed. They got robbed. They should have had at least a nominee in there, a nomination. Costume designs. Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, or Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
Ooh.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once. Only because, though, the costume designs for Wakanda and all that were great, CGI muddled a lot of that shit for me. The Talakan was actually, I like their outfits too. So,
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once might take it, but I think Black Panther deserves to win. They had a lot of good costume designs. Actually,
Elvis's costume designs were actually pretty good too. I liked all their outfits. Not gonna lie. Oh, if I gotta be a betting man, Everything Everywhere. Directing. Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg, The Fabelmans. Todd Field, Tar. And Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness. Honestly, just for the originality, I've heard about the other ones and I know what they're about. I haven't seen them, but just for originality and the directing point, Everything Everywhere All at Once for me. What about you?
Directing wise, I don't know. I think they snapped James Cameron from me for real.
Yeah, they did. They should have put him down for sure.
I don't know. Maybe Everything everything. I keep fumbling the name. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I would think so too. I think that'd be good, but I think they did fucking diss James Cameron for sure. Cameron should have been on there. Yeah. Documentary feature film. We got All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny. Don't know what any of those are. I haven't seen a documentary all last year, to be honest. I think I've only seen killer documentaries, and that's because of Julie. Girls are psychopaths, bro. How do you watch a documentary and go right to sleep after that? Documentary for a short film, same thing. I'm not sure, but I'll read them out just in case you guys have. The Elephant Whispers, Haul Out, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Michelle Effect, Stranger at the Gate. Yeah, like I said, I don't know any about the short film. Film editing. We got The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. Film editing. I haven't seen the other one, so I can only speak on the three that I know. And out of the three, I think Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, Top Gun. I
think Everything Everywhere All at Once and Elvis. Like, I think their editing was too fast. I think it was too fast paced for me. I think their like editing was like super slap, where Top Gun Maverick was able to, edit, slap, whatever, but then like let you soak in whatever's happening and then boom, do it again. I know that Everything Everywhere All at Once did that with a few scenes when they were like a rock and that peaceful quiet. Like they did it with a few times, but I feel like they could have done more.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I could only see Top Gun and Everything Everywhere All at Once winning. But I hope Top Gun gets it.
It'd be nice. I mean, they got snubbed for cinematography. That's fucking crazy to me. International feature film, Germany, All Quiet at the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Belgium, Close, Poland, EO, and Ireland, The Quiet Girl. Not sure. Gotta watch All Quiet in the Western Front, though. Makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet on the Western Front. The Batman finally gets a nominee. Oh. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale.
Elvis should take that.
Makeup and hairstyling? Yeah. Probably, huh? Well, I don't know. The Whale, I mean, Brendan Fraser is in a fat suit the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the other one deserves it.
Yeah, that'd be a toughie. I can't even call that one. I wouldn't even know who they give it to. Music, original score. We got All Quiet in the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, or The Fabelmans.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's really good music.
I say The Fabelmans only because John Williams is doing that one. And John Williams hardly ever misses. That's 100%. Music, original song, Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick by Lady Gaga, Lift Me Up, Black Panther Wakanda Forever by Rihanna, RRR, Not Too, music by Keravani, This Is Life, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Stuff.
That is a tough one. Lift Me Up was a good one. That was a good song. I think at the end of the movie, I think the song was actually worth it. But I don't think the soundtrack or the music tops the first movie. So I'm going to just disqualify that one off top. I would say either This Is Life or Hold My Hand. And I think Hold My Hand pays a little bit more homage and tribute to the original Top Gun. So I'd have to give it a Hold My Hand.
I'd say either that one or the one from Black Panther with Rihanna.
Honestly, I think it was a step down from the first Black Panther's soundtrack.
I know. It was missing Kendrick, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The entire soundtrack was missing Kendrick. But
I wonder if he was too expensive.
Probably.
Damn, Disney. Bust open that wallet, bro. I seen the prices at the park.
Isn't Rihanna also expensive?
Riri?
I'd imagine she is.
I would think so now because she has motherly priorities now that she has her child with ASAP. But and the fact that she hasn't put out a song in like 4 years, I think she's just focusing on being a mother right now. But so I think for her to come back and make a song for this movie probably took some money for sure.
Best Picture.
Best Picture, All Quiet in the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Woman Talking. They're gonna totally diss Way of Water. I already knew it. They're gonna diss it. You wanna know why? Because they didn't give them the right dues. Honestly, I think Avatar Way of Water should have been at least in every single category. I think it's gonna get snubbed. And I think that's because they hate James Cameron. I don't know why. But I think that maybe they're gonna give it either Top Gun or, if I want to keep it a buck, maybe Banshees of Inisherin. I've seen a few clips of the movie, and I think they might give it to them.
Top Gun or Avatar Way of Water deserve it.
Yeah.
One of those two. But
let's be realistic. Who do you think they're going to give it to? Like I said, these are older men making these decisions.
That's true. Damn, I don't even know then. But I think they deserve it.
I think so too. But we'll see. Production design, All Quiet in the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, The Fabelmans. I heard Babylon was actually a pretty good movie. Like, I heard that it was good, but to be honest, it probably just got smacked out of the park because of Avatar.
Probably.
We have to wait and see on that one. A lot of movies we have not seen. A short film, animated. Still haven't seen them, but I mean, also read them. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, The Year of Dicks, that's pause, and Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. Okay. Whatever asses this person did, I need to know. I need to. No. Short film, An Irish Goodbye, Ivalu, Le Pupille, Night Ride, The Red Suitcase. Don't know what those are. Sound, All Quiet in the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun Maverick. Sound, oh dude. Avatar, The Way of Water.
Yeah. Avatar, Way of Water.
Dude, like the animals, the world building, everything. If Avatar, Way of Water grabs anything, it has to be that one. That's fucking crazy. The Batman, the sound, the sound of leather creaking the whole fucking movie? Mm-hmm. Fuck, dude, no. And I say Top Gun Maverick after Way of Water, and because of the jets and the supersonic and the way that, you know, the noises they make, especially when they're in the cockpit.
Yeah, the way they were able to convey all that. I think the sounds when he's trying to reach Mach 10.
Oh yeah, that was, and that cinematography was beautiful. Like I said, I wish I would have seen that part in the movies, man. That shit was crazy. Visual effects, All Quiet in the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick, Way of Water.
Avatar, yep.
Way of Water, hands down. But realistically speaking, they'll probably give it to like All Quiet to the Western Front or something, because it's probably like war. Writing, adaptive screenplay, All Quiet in the Western Front, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. The first time we've seen him on this list. Crazy. Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Woman Talking. Damn, I just want to give it a Glass Onion just because they made it into a spot. But adaptive screenplay? That's a good one. Either Top Gun or Glass Onion. One of those two.
Yeah. I got no other way to put it other than those two.
I don't know why Janelle Monáe isn't getting a lot of attention.
I don't know.
I don't even think she got a nomination. And writing, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelman, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. I haven't seen the other ones, but because of its originality with the whole multiverse concept and the way they expanded on it, I think it should go to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Honestly,
I think they expanded it quite well. But that's the end of our Oscars lineup. Go ahead and let us know down in the comments what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to win? We want to know. Give us your guys' answers. But on the topic of the Oscars, one thing that was kind of being talked about in an interview recently with Mia Goth, She was in X and Pearl, and I think she's coming out in the next one in that trilogy because it's supposed to be a trilogy movie. And she basically says that horror movies deserve to get Oscars too, right? She addresses the fact that she didn't get a nomination at all, and apparently her performance is pretty good. She did it during the little infinity pool. I'm gonna play the little snippet. Horror is my
favorite genre of all time. And Mia, I'm gonna be honest. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that you deserved an Oscar nomination for.
Damn.
Performance was flawless, and it's one of the best performances I've seen in years. And I'm curious why you guys think that. I mean, for the most part, with notable exceptions like Exorcist and Sixth Sense, that the Oscars tend to veer away from the genre of horror. Like, why is it such a hard genre to get a group like the Academy to take more seriously? Because there are masterpieces that have failed to get recognized over the last 50 years of cinema.
I think that it's very political and that it's not entirely based on the quality of a project per se. I think there's a lot going on. There are a lot of cooks in the kitchen when it comes to nominations and who's and categories that are recognized. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that either. But I think that's true. I think a lot of people know that, and I don't know why. I think it's, you know, a change is necessary, that there has to, you know, a shift should take place, really. And if they wanted to, you know, engage with the wider public, I think it would be of benefit, really.
So, in my opinion, like I said, it really looks like he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But she doesn't, in my opinion, I don't think she articulates it quite well in this interview, because I kind of feel like it was kind of sprung on her in a quick second.
Yeah.
But I think horror movies don't get the recognition because, honestly, I believe that people don't take them seriously. I don't think the Oscars take them seriously. I don't think movie people take them seriously. I've noticed that there's been a big traction in horror movies as of lately, but I think for horror movies, like for the longest time, they were never recognized at all. And I think now they're becoming a bigger thing, you know, with the documentaries, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, with Evan Peters and like all that. Like, I think it's becoming a bigger thing. So I think eventually we're going to see that shift in movement. I think the only horror movies that I can think of that probably made it to the Oscars, I think is what he said was like The Exorcist, like way back in like 19 whatever. There's a lot of movies nowadays that I honestly like. I felt Prisoners with like Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal should have made it. Yeah. Nightcrawler should have been nominated for an Oscar. But I think thriller and horror movies just get snubbed.
I think it's weird though because because thrillers do. I think there's a big difference between thrillers and scary movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because scary movies, for the most part, most of them either lack a bad plot. Mm-hmm. And are just there to, you know, get you to the juicy shit, which is either the kills or, you know, the scary moments in it, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. But like you brought up Evan Peters and Dahmer. So like think about his performance in that. He wasn't really trying to be scary. He was being more dramatic in, you know, his role and stuff. So that's what won him his Emmy or whatever. Mm-hmm. But scary movies for the most part aren't maybe they don't meet a certain criteria for that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's a lot of movies and performances in movies like that deserve it. Like Florence Pugh in Midsommar, she deserves one. The mom in Hereditary, she did fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
that
she
shit.
Did. Yeah.
Like there's scenes in movies.
I think the girl in the new Barbarian movie should have gotten an Oscar too. She was pretty good in that movie.
Yeah, like there's all these actors giving hella performances, but I think it's just because the movie itself doesn't meet, you know, criteria or whatever. That's why they probably don't take them seriously. So maybe that's what she means by politics and stuff.
Yeah.
In the industry. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, not every movie is going to be nominated, you know. Like, think about it.
Unfortunately.
They're not out here nominating, like, MCU movies. I think it's only been recently where they started being, like, taken seriously. And
I think the first one was...
having their name thrown in the ring and all that, you know?
Yeah, I think the first one was Black Panther.
Yeah, so, they're starting to get now, but like I think if X is as good as I hear it to be, there has to
X
be
and Pro.
Yeah, there has to be awards for them. But like I said, I just think that they're not meeting a criteria because they're just they're just there to give people that scary feeling for the time being, and then that's it. But there's, like I said, there's hella performances in those movies that deserve it. Like I said, Florence Pugh, the mom in Hereditary, like there's, like, even if I wanted to go a step further, I think Jamie Lee Curtis for her roles in Halloween, she deserves that shit,
So do you think that that a lot of people would rather avoid the horror genre in general, like to take part in it, because of that fact? Do you think that it kind of discourages certain actors? Because there's certain actors that you don't see in scary movies at all. Yeah. But then I noticed that a lot of bigger actors who already made a name for themselves don't mind doing a passion project like that. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of up and coming, they're very selective. You know what I mean? Like Margot Robbie, she hasn't been in a horror movie at all. She does, that's not her thing. She wants to be front and center. She wants to be Oscar worthy, so she pushes all those bigger roles that she wants. Whereas like who can I think of? Maybe like Samara Weaving. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't care about an Oscar. She just wants to be an actress and play all these roles. So she'll do serious, she'll do comedy, she'll do horror. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same thing with Jenna Ortega, all them. So I mean, do you think like in the back of an actor's or an actress's head, they already know like if I do a horror movie, I'm not gonna get that great recognition. Whereas if I did maybe, I don't know, like Oppenheimer or something.
I think it depends on the person, because we don't know their ambitions and stuff. Maybe their goal is to win an Oscar and they're just not doing it. But like,
or maybe they just want to be an actor.
Yeah, maybe they just want to do their job, give fans this thing. And like when you mentioned passion project, that's what I think a passion project should be. It should just be about the passion. Worry about the awards and stuff after the fact. Like, oh man, I gave a hell of a performance. I think I deserve it. We should try and throw our name in the ring. But again, I don't know how that works. But but those sort of things should come from the heart and not just the fact of like, I might get an award for this. You know what I mean? But obviously, I think they should stop snubbing them. And just give them the recognition. Like that's why I think the horror channel. Shout out to the kill count. Like they do a good job at really bringing light to horror movies and stuff, and the performances and all that. Like they're small YouTube. I say small, but they're on YouTube.
Yeah, they're pretty. I think they're pretty big. I think
they're on YouTube and stuff. And so like it's just very weird that it's not getting they're not getting the recognition they deserve when there's clearly a big demand for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's especially for me. I'm a horror fanatic. I love horror movies. I think anything, as long as like even the cheesy ones, like I can watch. You know what I'm saying? But like when you actually see good horror movies that like has the acting, has the gore, has the kills, has everything, like in Barbarian and all that, like that, I honestly believe like they deserve some kind of recognition for that, and not just a fucking Razzie. You know what I mean?
And like that's my big thing too, because horror to me is like it's come and go. You know what I mean? Like I find most of it very dumb. Like it very rarely scares me. But like movies like Hereditary and Midsommar, and I'm sure when I see X, I hope they put that on HBO Max soon or whatever.
And when I found out it's a trilogy, I already ordered it. It's coming on physical. Okay. The two of them.
Okay, cool. And but like those movies scare the shit out of me. But that's because they got all these talented actors, giving performance, and it's not just the concept of like psychological or whatever the fuck, but like it really does scare you. It really brings that element together. It's not just like not to poke fun at it, but like Scream, it's not a very simple plot like, oh, the killer's doing this because remakes and this and that. That's what I mean between like simple plots for killing and stuff, and then plots like Hereditary and Midsommar where it's complicated,
where it's complex,
it's psychological, and you get these performances. Because have you seen Midsommar?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a great movie.
Like Florence Pugh does her thing in that one, you know what I mean? She does really good.
Her faces at the end always get me.
Yeah.
I kind of laugh. But I'm not trying to I know it's like super, but it's one of those things where like sometimes I look at it and I'm just like, man, if I was on set, I'd laugh at that. You know what I mean? Like it's just shit like that. But she does give a hell of a performance, and not only her, but like what was that dude's name? He had came out in he was the older brother in that, what's it called? We're the Millers?
Oh, he fucking dies.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good in that movie too. But yeah, I think that horror movies, maybe not all horror movies, like I said, because there are cheesy horror movies. There's bad horror movies, but I think good horror movies that keep you on the edge of your seat. You walk out of there talking about it, like the Pearl movies. Like I said, I found out it's going to be a trilogy. They're making a third one already. It should be coming out pretty soon. When I found out that they were doing that, I was like, oh shoot, so this must be, a good one. I've heard of X, but I was just like, whatever. It was probably something that's going to come and go. Yeah. But now that I know, this is actually good, I'm intrigued, because it doesn't seem like just a typical slasher. It looks like something that's going to really fuck with your mind and really make you think. So I think horror movies have that potential, and I think that they should get a little bit more recognized. Like I said, I don't think that she kind of spoke it really well, and maybe it is politics. Like I said, a lot of older men run the Oscars, you know what I mean, like the ones that vote and stuff. So it has to be a tough situation for actors and actresses and fans all the way around. It must be tough. But yeah, what do you guys think out there? Do you guys think horror movies should make a appearance at the Oscars? Do you think horror movies give out Oscar worthy performances? Let us know down in the comments. We want to hear from y'all. Jumping on to the next thing, I just wanted to bring to light, it's a quick one, guys. We're gonna give him his flowers again. He now has 3 movies in the top 5 with Way of Water. It has officially passed Infinity War and is on track to pass Star Wars The Force Awakens to be the 4th highest. So it's 5th right now. It's almost right there to the 4th. James Cameron is now the first filmmaker to have movies in the top 5. Not just top 10.
God.
Top 5. And if it keeps moving up and it passes 4 and it passes, like I said, it's going to be fucking insane to see Avatar and Avatar Way of Water right next to it, and then Endgame. Like, that's going to just be a trip.
Yeah.
And if that happens, that got to be a slap in the face to Marvel. Marvel took, you know what, people were over here saying, and I seen this on Twitter, like, people were like, they pulled up the Rotten Tomatoes score, and I think Puss in Boots has a little bit more. They were like, 13 years to make a movie, but then gets beat out by Puss in Boots. And I'm over here thinking, like, well, 13 years to make a movie. It took 12 years to get to the conclusion of the MCU. It took them that long to get to that point, to even reach Avatar. Took them 13 years to make one movie. But shit, that motherfucker's right on the first one's tail. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, who's really, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to put out a movie for 13 years. Marvel had to put out about 3 every year. You know what I mean? So, he got to get his flowers, bro. James Cameron is doing his thing. You're hearing this news. What do you think?
He's clearly doing his thing. There's nothing to say that hasn't been said before. This movie deserves everything. That's a nice poster. This movie does everything. Honestly, we got to go see it again. We got to go see it before it leaves the theaters again. Maybe sometime this week.
Bro, we'll catch it on the re-release. You know that motherfucker coming out on re-release.
We're going to do a victory lap. Oh, man.
I would 100% guarantee a victory lap from these people. It's insane. It's crazy. It's, like I said, James Gunn deserves all the flowers for it. Oh shit, dude. Oh, so many James, and I read it on my paper. James Cameron deserves all the flowers.
That's the wrong
too many Jameses out there. But James Cameron deserves all the flowers, and like I said, the fact that he didn't get more nominations on the Oscars, you know what? I think he could just give a big middle finger to the Oscars, because this bag is speaking. The bag is speaking for itself, right?
Like maybe it's a thing where it came out too late or whatever, but it still made it on the list, which means it could have been eligible for more things. But man, this movie deserves everything. If it doesn't win Oscars, we know that the numbers are speaking for itself, like you said. So. Yeah.
So congratulations, James Cameron, and we got to go watch it again to contribute. You said you were buying the second round. I'm still waiting on that. Moving on, it's going to be kind of a sensitive topic for some people, so just a little caution with this one, okay?
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning, yes. We are going to be talking about the Rick and Morty creator and what's been basically happening with him. So, Justin Roiland is basically out of playing Rick Morty. He's no longer going to be producing alongside with the other show called Solar Opposites, and I believe he voices somebody in Koala Man. So he's not going to be in any of those. Apparently they're continuing the seasons for Rick and Morty, and they're continuing the shows. They're just planning to recast. Adult Swim released a statement basically saying Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Roiland. Rick and Morty will continue. The talented and dedicated crew are hard at work at season 7. So they're still moving forward. It's for he actually pleaded not guilty in 2020 to domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and deceit in Orange County, California. The charges stem from the alleged incident involving a woman Roland was dating at the time. Roland is also out at the Squatch Games, the video game company he co-founded in 2016. The company said in a statement it received Roland's resignation last week. So he's going to court April 27th. His attorney says we look forward to clearing Justin's name and helping him move forward as swiftly as possible. So, and before I told you this before we started this, I want us to make it very clear. He has not been found guilty. So I want to just make it clear that we're speaking hypothetically. We're just speaking to the situation at hand. We don't think that he's innocent, guilty. We don't know. We're staying impartial to everything because we don't know his personal story. I just want to, and I can't just help to think, is this another Johnny Depp case? Is a successful man being defamed because a woman decides to all of a sudden come out? Now, this is back in 2016 when all this stuff had arose. Apparently, there, according to this, that there seems to have been a police report back in 2016 for something happening. So I just can't help but think, is this another Johnny Depp thing? Because it just sucks. It sucks because I don't watch Rick and Morty. Okay, I'm very impartial to this. I don't watch the show. I don't care for the show. I don't care. But this man co-founded so many things, and he's losing every single one of those partnerships because of this. You know what I mean? Same thing happened with Johnny Depp. I'm sure it happened with a bunch of other people where they were accused, and everything just started sweeping right from underneath them. Yeah. And if they're guilty, well deserved. And I think that they should, be. I've been told that they should have at least put them on a hiatus. If it's on April 27th, I know that things need to go. Things need to keep moving forward. But April 27th is kind of close. We can wait for a jury vote to prove that he's innocent or guilty. I just can't help but think that he's getting everything stripped away too soon. It's innocent until proven guilty. And right now, it looks like it's guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, it's weird. I like the show. I'll say that right now. I do like it. I watch it. I'm waiting for the next season to end up on Hulu because I don't have Adult Swim. But it's just tough. It is. HBO Max. It's not on HBO Max right now.
Oh no.
No. I've been checking repeatedly. I would know.
Oh,
but it is tough, whether he's guilty or not, it's still up in the air. But this sort of thing just happens nowadays. Allegations like this are thrown out there, and while we wait for a verdict, they just gotta distance themselves away from the problem and whatnot. And usually that is kind of, while it may be good for the company's publicity and stuff like that, like Adult Swim and all that, trying to cover their own asses, it does kind of suck because now you're turning your back on someone who may or may not have done it.
Not just somebody who may not have done it. He's a co-founder. He's the voices to all these characters, voices to different characters on different shows that he helped develop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He made these people a lot of money. and I see the harm in fucking up his reputation before we even get a guilty.
Yeah. And it's really weird that like it happens like this. I do hope the show continues to thrive and all that, after the fact that he's gone. If he comes back, or if he comes out not guilty and stuff and he moves on, I don't know if he'll even come back. I mean, he did create this stuff, and I'm sure he can create more and whatnot. But like I'm pretty sure Rick and Morty is like his baby. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's very weird that they cut him out, and that like I wonder if they'll even allow him back after if he comes out not guilty. If he comes out guilty, then okay. Adult Swim already cut their ties. It is what it is. But like would they be like, oh, we're sorry, and allow him back, or what? You know what I mean?
That's something I think we're gonna have to wait and see, because that's like I said, it's weird that all this is happening, and it just seems to be happening super fast for me. Mm-hmm. I know I seen when the reports first came out, and then it's just a slippery slope, just one thing after another. And it reminds me of the Johnny Depp case. Like, nobody believed him. He got everything taken away from him. Mm-hmm. And now that he's innocent or proved innocent here in the U.S., that's when everything started coming back to him. You know what I mean? And though, as an actor, you're just going to, or as a producer or whoever you may be in Hollywood, you're obviously going to take those things. Yeah. But it just sucks that they turn your back on you for that. Yeah. And I think that, like I said, I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I can't say that he is until we see the facts and see what happened and what's actually going on. But you just got to think. You got to like have that little critical thinking in the back of your head. If it happened before, who's to say it won't happen again? Right?
Yeah. It's very weird. And whatever side you stand on, I did say, I have said it multiple times, separate art from artists and stuff. That's still up to you. If you guys don't fuck with Rick and Morty anymore, that's understandable, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, like they did cut ties, and season 7 will continue. They still plan on making 4 more after the fact, or 3 more after the fact. So, I mean, wherever where that goes, with or without what's his name?
Justin Roiland?
Without Justin Roiland, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know whether this show survives or not. I really don't watch it, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how it moves forward without him as the voice.
I wanna know if they're actively looking to pick people for that.
I think so, and I think they're gonna look for impersonators, kind of like what they did with Adam Sandler in Hotel Transylvania 4. Yeah. So they'll find people that sound like him. I mean. Of course, people are gonna know it's not, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Poor guy, or if well deserved. But yeah, let us know down in the comments what you guys think about that. Moving on to the biggest thing right now: Titans and Doom Patrol ending with season 4 coming up. I still gotta watch the newest season of Doom Patrol. I've only seen up to season 3.
He's sleeping on Titans.
Titans is just ass, brother. That's not like Doom Patrol. At least, I mean, don't get me wrong. Their CGI is not 100% the best. I mean, I think it's gotten better since season 2 or 3 or something. But like, it's not the best. But at least the acting and the dialogue and everything is 10 times better than Titans. 10 times better than Titans. I don't know who's writing for them, but I think Doom Patrol kind of got a little bit more to it. But I was telling you about this, and I told you that even James Gunn came out and tweeted saying that he has nothing to do with this, that this is all things that precede him. So I'm assuming that he's putting the blame on Zaslav, that he's the one that canceled all this. I've seen a few people put out some tweets saying like, oh, how they love their time. I know Cyborg put out a tweet, and I believe the person that plays Beast Boy put out a tweet. It's crazy, but it's very good because Doom Patrol, honestly, it sucks that Doom Patrol might be ending because I really like them, but to be honest, I don't know a lot of people that were watching Titans. You know what I mean? I honestly, I don't know a lot of people that were watching Titans at all, because everybody that I would ask about it, nobody's ever seen it. So it's like, to me, I think these shows, I especially Titans, I think it went on longer than what I thought it should have. I thought it was gonna end like season 2.5, 3 maybe. I thought Doom Patrol probably would have made it to the 4th season at least. But yeah, I mean, you're hearing the news. What do you think?
It sucks. I think it sucks because like I have yet to see Doom Patrol, but I like Titans. I did hear that they are wrapping things up nicely, so good for them, I guess. But like, it just sucks because I know the actor that plays Nightwing in the show. Mm-hmm. He really liked playing him and stuff, and I thought he was a good Nightwing. I thought he was a good choice for his role, and I'm pretty sure this is just them trying to save their ass and cut ties with money and all that, greedy bastards. But
yeah,
I don't know. I like the shows. That's it.
So you say you don't watch Doom Patrol, but you watch Titans?
Well, I have yet to see Doom Patrol. Yeah.
That's funny how opposite we are. Like, he's more gravitated to Titans, but I'm more gravitated to Doom Patrol.
It's
weird.
I'm a big fan of the sidekicks and things like that. So like, it's the fact that we got a live action show about him. Like, it was really cool to see. And
I wish it was better. I would have been excited too if it was better.
Yeah, but you don't like any DC TV shows.
I do. I like Doom Patrol.
That's it. You don't like The Flash. You don't like Arrow.
The Flash is. I seen some of the Legends of Tomorrow.
Have you finished Superman and Lois?
No.
See? So
it's the CGI.
No. I'm telling you, Superman and Lois looks so much better and far above.
I got to season 2. In that whole first season, there was so much CGI that was fucked. That bridge scene. You don't remember that scene where he was helping those people on the bridge? I seen that little clip where he was fighting Bizarro, him, with that robot mech suit guy wearing the mech suit or whatever.
Steel.
Yeah, whatever.
His name is Steel.
I'm telling you, that CGI makes him look plastic.
Either way, what do you call it? You don't like these shows. You don't like any of
the DC shows. Doom Patrol. And maybe I'm more gravitated to that one because there's more of a horror aspect to it. There's a little bit more of a thriller kind of feeling to it. But Titans, no, I don't have that. Young Justice did a good job with that, with that keeping that horror element, that mystery, all that stuff. It did pretty good. I liked Young Justice. Come at me, bro.
We're probably not getting another season out of them too.
Good on me, bro. Yeah, we're probably not.
Sad times.
But I blame that on. What season was it? Season 3? I blame that on season 3. I think a lot of people lost interest in season 3. But that's because they were exploring like all kinds of shit. Like, I think they just went over top with season 3. Or was it season 4? What season are they on? 5?
They're on season 4.
Which one was the one where they like were going after like the girl, the Indian girl with the Habib and?
Oh, yeah, season 3.
Yeah, I think they did a lot. I think they like they didn't focus on the main cast on that one. I think it really turned a lot of people off.
Probably.
Yeah.
But this just makes me want to do a rewatch of everything. So.
Yeah. R.I.P. James Gunn basically came out, like I said he had nothing to do with this. But while we're on the topic of DC, I just wanted to point out and say today is the 26th of January. He has yet to put out a fucking list of what the fuck we're gonna get, bro. It's almost the end of January, and I know people have been tweeting to him, and he's like, "Oh, it's still January and shit like that, bro." It's the 26th. What thought we're gonna get something like in the middle? We haven't even gotten a little tidbit. How much longer do we got?
Yeah, 5 days.
5 days yet left? Damn. You know what? You said your birthday's on Monday, right?
Yeah.
That's the 30th. He's gonna do it on your fucking birthday. He's gonna drop it on your fucking birthday. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it on Monday, 100%. If that's the last day of the month, watch. He's not gonna do it on the weekend.
31st is the last day.
Oh, Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Oh, Monday or Tuesday, one of those.
I'll be mad as fuck.
That'd be crazy.
If he does it on my birthday.
That should be crazy, bro. That shit will be crazy. We'll see. Yeah, man. We still haven't got anything. If you guys want to know what our predictions are, it's in one of our past episodes. Go ahead and check that out. I really don't feel like going too deep into that one. But what I did kind of want to go deep into is this new hashtag that had been going around, and James Gunn kind of commented on it on Twitter, is that Cavill is Clark, and people were spelling Cavill with one L instead of double L. And he just goes on Twitter to tweet. What he basically says is that if you guys care about an actor so much, at least spell his name right. That's basically what he said. And in my head, I was like, okay, are you trying to rally DC fans? Or are you trying to tear them apart still?
Exactly.
I don't know if that. I don't know if that was like him just trying to poke fun, or was he just trying to stir the pot? That tweet was kind of weird for me. I was like, why would you even engage that? If you already know that he's not coming back, why would you even say like, oh, if you care about him so much, spell his name right? It's like,
if he cared about him so much, he would have kept him as Superman. So
that's not what we were talking about, though. That's not what we said.
That's basically where it's coming down to.
If he cared about him, he would have kept him.
Yeah,
but that's not what he's saying. He's saying that people are
He's saying that if fans cared about him as much, they just care to spell his name right.
Mm-hmm.
If he cared about him at all, like he said he was friends with him, he would have kept him as Superman.
Shots fired, James Gunn. Dropped the slate on his birthday, bro. But yeah, it's just interesting that he's very vocal, but like I do see that he does poke fun at a certain fan base. I want to say home, but a certain fan base, he pokes a lot of fun towards them. Do you think that that's gonna hurt when he announces his slate? And do you think that little, I'm not gonna say little because I think it actually is a big fan base. I honestly believe that DC is split into that fan base and real DC fans, whatever they want to call themselves, whatever.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, the ones that don't show up to go watch the shit. Do you think that that's gonna affect when he drops that news?
Of course it is. He's the kid with a stick poking a beehive. You know what I mean? So he's clearly trying to antagonize him, and no matter what he posts, he's always gonna get that whole hashtag and stuff. But like, it's gonna be worse now because he's kind of fucking around, and when you fuck around, you find out. So.
That's true. That is true. I mean, I would hope it doesn't. Like I said, I mean, maybe he's just he is stirring the pot, maybe in the wrong way. I mean, I personally don't take it personal. I'm just like, okay, like you could have easily ignored that tweet, but you just chose to put yourself in the line of fire like that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, still waiting on that drop whenever whenever he's planning to do that. But moving on. Earlier we were talking about, kind of touched up on it, Barbarian, and how we believe that it kind of deserved an Oscar. Well, WBD's associate, New Line, all right, they decided that fuck all that noise. We want him. So he's making a new movie called Weapons. They basically signed him for a picture deal with about $8 million attached to it.
Damn.
They're hoping that he will basically be New Line's James Wan. If you want to say what's his face, Walter Hamada. Basically the new horror guru in their for their corner. You know what I'm saying?
I'm fine with that. Barbarian was a scary ass movie. It scars me today. I can't just not think about it because it's tainted my memory forever.
Is that scary?
Yeah,
it was pretty scary. Not gonna lie, some stuff. Honestly, yeah, I think that he's worth the money. Zach Kreger. He's gonna be doing a couple scripts. I think I don't know how long the term of his contract is, but I know that they paid him $8 million. So that I'm sure his contract's gonna be pretty. Maybe not a 4-year, maybe 3, whatever. I mean, I'm excited to see whatever comes out of him. I think it'll be interesting. And for New Line to choose him instead of going for like what are they called, like a production company like Jason Blum's and Jason Wan's, maybe they're probably too expensive, or maybe they're already exclusive to somebody. I just think it's interesting, and it's cool to see that a new upcoming director is being trusted so well with this property.
Yeah, he did so good with Barbarian. So good, it scares me to this day. But, like, he deserves it. It's well deserved. He wouldn't hand the keys to somebody who didn't know what they were doing. So,
and New Line can make horror. New Line can make horror. So, good for him. Happy to see what happens next. Have you guys seen Barbarian? If you haven't, go watch it, because it scares my co-host. If it scares my co-host, that it says a lot. I'll tell you. Went on to the next topic as at hand. So we were talking about the Razzies the other day, and we were talking about that little backlash that they had about putting her, what's her name again? Let me see. I have it in notes. Ryan Kiera Armstrong, right? She was the little girl in Firestarter. They basically gave her a Razzie for her performance. She's 12. Okay, she's 12. Damn. They gave her a Razzie for her performance, and apparently there was a lot of backlash. So now they're introducing an age limit for nominations, and nobody under the age of 18 can do it. They put out a personal statement. Let's see if it's here. I know they put out a statement. Oh, right here. The statement's right here. Sometimes you do things without thinking. Then you are called out for it. Then you get it. It's why the Razzies were created in the first place. The recent valid criticism of the choice of 11-year-old Armstrong as a nominee of one of our awards brought our attention to how insensitive we've been in this instance. As a result, we have removed Armstrong's name from the final ballot that our members will cast next month. We also believe a public apology is owed Miss Armstrong, and wish to say we regret any hurt she experienced as a result of our choices. Having learned from this lesson, we would also like to announce that from this point forward, we are adopting a voting guideline precluding any performer or filmmaker under 18 years of age from being considered for our awards. We have never intended to bury anyone's career. It is why our Redeemer Award was created. We all make mistakes, very much us included. Since our motto is own your bad, we realize that we ourselves must also live up to it. Sincerely, John Wilson, the Razzie Awards. So, yeah, I mean, good for them. I'm happy they recognized it. I mean, I didn't think about it when we were talking about it on the pod the other day, and I kind of, when I seen this news, I was like, you know what? All right, I one's reputation can be hurt by a Razzie Award, I guess. Or, you know, maybe their future, you know, maybe they could be hurt by it, or she could be hurt by it. Though it is in good spirit and it is fun, I still think that they could have put that apology and kept her in it and didn't have to put an 18 guideline. And I think they should just emphasize, in my opinion, they should have just emphasized that this is all for fun, that this isn't a big thing, and you know, the Redeemer Award is there for as a good sportsmanship type shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they had to completely remove her. I do understand the repercussions that could happen if they kept her. But if they were to lean it, like I said, if they came out openly like that, how they said with that page, and basically said like how they said in this part right here, I can't remember word for word. I was saying as a result, we removed answer from the, we learned a lesson, and now it's blah, 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 blah. We all make mistakes. Own your own bad. So it's just owning your own bad, right? So if you made a bad movie when you were 12, just look back at it, own it, and just be like, I'm gonna do better so I don't make it on this list again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if they did stuff like that and just would have been like, we don't want to remove her, but we do welcome her and we'll give her free tickets, and just, you know, be a good sport about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just reach out. I think that would have been, in my opinion, a little bit better.
Honestly, yeah, it's very weird that they did take her off. It makes sense. Like, I'm not disagreeing that they did it and stuff. It's just, I find it as a weird decision. You know what I mean? she should have just taken it on the chin, been like, whatever. Because, I mean, MGK's on there several different times, and maybe it's...
Well, he's a grown man.
Well, that's what I was getting to that. Like, maybe it's because, she's a kid and whatnot, but, who's not to say that, like, Jared Leto's career takes a turn after this, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Or shit like that.
I think the problem is the age, though. Like, if you're a grown man and you make a bad movie, then you're a grown man and you make a bad movie. If you're a grown woman and you make a bad movie, you're a grown woman and you make a bad movie. If you're a kid who's just trying to make it up in that world and you make a bad movie and that could hurt you, I think that's where it's kind of coming from.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know for sure. I'm not the Razzie award giver. I just comment on it.
Yeah, we just report the things.
But I mean, if she's willing to just be like, all right, whatever, cool. But man, a whole age restriction, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they should have had an age restriction. I think
at least then, not 18. You know what I mean? Like at least around 17, you're playing a teenager at that point. You know what I mean?
That's true. You should be able to have no valid criticism by then, right? I don't know. I think they could have kept her on. I guess, good for her, and hopefully, she does better in her next role.
Out for her.
Yeah, all's well that ends well, I say. Let's go ahead and move on to our final couple subjects of the episode, and that is going to be started with Shazam: Fury of the Gods. We are going to be reacting to the new trailer that just dropped today. We completely avoided it. We saw it on Twitter. We said we're going to experience it together right now, so let's just jump right in, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be Mount Olympus. Turn it up. Put it up.
We are at war. We will annihilate everything. Champions of this realm can do nothing to stop us.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that.
A lot has changed in the last few years. The wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right, here's the situation.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Children stole the power of the gods. You ripped it from our father's core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this.
You want these powers? Come get them! Hey, Khaleesi!
Fucking dragon.
All right.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
We have one job to do. Save the world.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
I can't do this. Take my powers back. You gave them to me so you could take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion. You know exactly what must be done.
Billy, what are you doing?
I have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
Damn.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Read it where we began. Nice.
Cool. Eminem now Drake.
I like it.
It looks not that bad.
I like it.
It looks not that bad. It actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually kind of a fan of the first one. I wasn't like big on it, but I didn't hate it either. Like, it was actually pretty good. And this one actually looks kind of solid.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it. It looks like that the kids won't be having their powers for long, which is great. Means Billy gets to shine more.
Yeah.
Which is what I was trying to tell you if Black Adam would have faced them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's really good that it looks like they're being sidelined for Billy to get his chance and be the hero again. So, great. I'm fine with that. It's perfect.
It looks pretty good to me. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It looks like fun. I wonder if Wonder Woman's still in this one or if she's just like a cameo type thing. I know that there was rumors going around saying it. I was hoping that at one point we would have seen her in a trailer or something like that. But she seems like she might be just chalked up to a cameo. But Lucy Liu looks good in there, and Morena Herrana or whatever her name is, like she looks menacing too. Like that drop kick in the beginning, god damn, why'd she do that? Looks good. I can't wait to see it. We'll watch it, of course. Though it's the end of the line for the DCU, but we'll watch it. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I think the one where the trailer where they had like Eminem in it, like I don't think it gave me a lot to want to go watch it, but this one actually gives you a lot, and it tells you a little bit more of the story, and it looks really good. Moving on to our final trailer to react to. It's called We Have a Ghost. It's going to be on Netflix. David Harbour's in it. Anthony Mackie. It just looked like something that like a comedy that we might be able to see. So let's check it out.
We're all here trying to get a fresh start.
Nothing like bad happened here, right?
You moved into the house of death? Everyone says it's haunted.
No, wait, don't go!
We have a ghost.
Okay.
No, I'm serious, Kevin. Caught him on camera. Oh, we gotta show him off. No.
Caught him on camera.
The entire world is captivated with Ernest.
3 million views in 6 minutes. That's money.
Our whole street's kind of mad thanks to you guys.
Jesus Christ. Not funny.
That's so trippy. Can you talk? What happened to you? You don't remember?
Mystery.
If we're gonna find out what happened, it's out there.
You can leave the house? Oh.
Apprehend the ghost.
Light him up!
Oh, it's her.
Yeah. Being an outlaw suits you.
Where's Ernest?
So, Frank, is he here now?
Ready to have some fun?
Damn. Okay.
That actually looks pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm vibing with that. That looks good.
That shit look hilarious. Not gonna lie. That actually looked pretty good. Oh shit, that one was actually funny. Oh, yeah. Damn, I haven't seen that girl in a minute too.
Yeah, I haven't either.
The one that jumps out the window. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got older though. Yeah, and Tig Notaro in there too. Damn, I'm seeing her in a lot more things too. Yeah, ever since the Army of Dead, Zack Snyder's thing. Like I was like, damn. And I seen a stand-up comedy after I found out she was a comic from that movie. And like I know that she came out in a couple other ones. She came out in this one. It was like a serious one. I think me and Julie went to go see it. It was like about I think it's the one with Kevin Hart where he has to be a dad.
Oh.
By himself. And she was in that one. And I thought she was really good. I think she played like a therapist in that one. And she was good in that one too. So yeah, it's good to see that she's in more movies. But what do you think of the trailer?
Yeah, it looked good. Looked very funny. At first I was kind of like, I don't know, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first too, it kind of had me like, well, it's kind of weird, but cops now, and the ghost fucking with police and having SWAT. How does a ghost get SWAT on him? How does a ghost get 5-starred, bro?
I don't know.
It's a fucked up world we're living
Crazy.
in. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'll watch it. We watching it?
Yeah.
When did it say it was coming out?
February 24th.
Oh, next month. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, it's gonna be a big month for movies, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Cool. I'm actually with it. The one that's coming out right now too, I think it's in the beginning of the month. It's Cabin in the Woods. We gotta watch that one. I'm hearing strong things about it. There was like reviews coming out.
And Ant-Man comes out in February, right?
Yeah, but I think it's towards the end.
Okay.
I think Cabin in the Woods or Knock on the Cabin comes out in the 3rd or the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it, everybody. You guys heard it here first, or maybe you didn't. If there's anything that we missed, that we didn't talk about, that you guys wanted us to talk about, is there any movies that you guys want us to review? Josh, let them know where they can let us know. One more time.
If you want to hit us up at any time, TikTok, Twitter, at FilmBros Podcast. If you want to listen to our other episodes, we are still on Spotify and Apple Podcast at FilmBros Podcast. If you want to support us in a big way, Zippy Stream. Again, all it takes is your name and email, and you get our full catalog of podcasts from 0 all the way to 40 something. We're getting up there already. If you have time to watch us on YouTube, watch us on YouTube at FilmBros Podcast. You can find all of us on those tags at FilmBros Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and just a reminder, Zippy Stream. Go ahead and hit us on Zippy Stream. Get our full catalog. Just takes an email and a name. Right, Josh?
Yep.
Email and a name. With that being said, that's going to be the end of this episode, and we will talk to you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.